For project 3, you're going to be completing a file that I've started and I've provided as the start file for you in GitHub. So you can clone or download it. If this isn't the first semester I'm doing it, you'll get all the start files at once. If you're downloading this during my first semester teaching it, I may be adding projects as the semester goes on, so you may need to download it again. But you'll get 2 files inside of the project 3 folder. You'll have an index file and a JavaScript file. Let's go over those, and I've given you some samples to get you started in each one. So in Visual Studio Code, and I have 2 windows open here to make it easier to work with, you'll see that I have created an index.html. You should add your name in front of project 3, so please put your name here. And then you'll notice that I have created the HTML for you because this is a JavaScript class. I'm trying to have you focus on really learning JavaScript. So I have working with data, and then I have paragraphs with IDs. This will keep us from overwriting by just using the inner HTML on the body. We want to do it on a specific paragraph ID, and I've got some samples in here for you in the JavaScript. So in the JavaScript, you'll notice that I have a lot of comments in here that you're going to need to finish. So I've created at the top var my number equals 10. And I'm telling you to create a string variable that's named myString and assign a value to it, and create a Boolean variable named myBool and assign a value to it. So this is a sample here. This is where I've created a variable named myNumber and assigned 10 to it. And then we're going to change the contents of the paragraphs with IDs to display the variables. So I've got document.getElementById number. And you can see I've got the paragraph ID number here. Inner HTML equals my number. So I'm assigning the contents of this variable. And you'll also see when you hover over this, it shows you what type is stored in there, which is number. And then you're going to do the same thing where you have a document.getElementById, and here you're going to do string and then bool, and you'll assign the contents of those variables to those paragraphs. Now I've started creating some variables that are just numbers here for you. I've done A and B, and you can change these values if you'd like. You should also create C and D. I'm demonstrating addition and setting the result to the add paragraph. The add paragraph is right here. Document get element by ID add. Inner HTML equals A plus equals plus. So I'm having it display. Let me show you what it looks like. So the first one displayed to 10. Here I'm doing 10 plus 10 equals 20. And the way I'm doing that is that I am having A plus, and then this is a string, quote, space, plus, space, quote. So that's my value of A plus value of A plus, so the pluses here are concatenating, equals A plus A. So that gives you 20. And so you're going to do subtraction, multiplication, and division using your variables A, B, C, and D. Then you're going to do similar things with the conditional logic sample. So I've provided a greater than, less than evaluation, and I expect you to do an equal, a precise equal where they need to be exactly the same. So you should compare like a string and a number here, and then it won't work, or 2 strings that are identical and it will. And a not equals, and use the variables A, B, C, and D. And you can also use, just put up exact numbers where you're doing a literal. So you can just type in, is 10 equal to A? And then you're going to create an array of cars, named cars containing 6 car names. You'll display the entire array in the paragraph array, which is created here. And then we have array 3. I want you to display things in the 3rd slot in the array, and then I want you to reverse the array and display it. So this gives you an opportunity to work through everything that the lynda.com chapter went over.